Welcome to the Level Up Podcast, man. It's Nick from OTR Views, man. You know we got
Big B, Next Level Automotive. We in the building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I know y'all probably looking like, what's going on? What we doing?
Right.
Why are we here?
Hey, we back though. Like this ain't new. We are welcome back to what we doing already. We been doing this, so welcome back to y'all because y'all didn't know.
Yeah. Tell Soulja Boy we was the first.
First.
Nah, I ain't trying to start no mess, man.
At all.
So we kicking off the podcast, man. I know y'all usually y'all really think that I be just all behind the camera all the time. Sometimes y'all catch me in front, but it's like I'm doing interviews and stuff like that. This is not really more so as that. This is just a podcast where we talk about leveling up people. We're talking about different topics. And, we're just giving our personal perspectives and
yeah, for sure. Our opinions, y'all gonna hear from us what we think about certain things. So we're not so much behind the scenes, even with me. Like, I do more cars. So I'll be behind the scene and I post pictures of cars. But now y'all finna get opinions, ideas from current events, news, what's going on in the community, what we've done, how long we've been around, how our story is. So y'all know who y'all hosting with and who y'all listening to.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. So I think we should just kick it off with, just give them a little quick background about both of us, and so people know who we are. So when we 100 episodes in, they can refer back to this episode.
Remember?
Okay. Yeah, they didn't say they was this and they was like that. They went through this.
Facts.
Yeah. So you could really kick it off.
I mean, yeah, for sure. Me personally, I could say I'm the OG out of us too, because this is my younger brother right here. But I've been out here in the industry more than 20 years in the automotive industry, dealing with cars, people, attitudes for a long time, but we still here by the grace of God. Thank goodness for sure. But so now we just transitioning to where we're just trying to get more involved in the community, share more of our stories and ideas, and get more personable. Because people see me doing cars and they see me out, they might think I'm like arrogant or whatever. But I want y'all to get an understanding of what we really do and how we really are reachable people and sociable people.
Yeah,
for sure.
Intelligent people.
That's right. College graduate, UHD. Took me 12 years, but we did that.
I got my wings when I got out. I ain't ready to graduate college.
Okay, cool.
It's cool.
It's cool. We get scan your paper or something.
I graduated from YouTube University.
Okay, well, hey, congratulations. A trillion
master's degree.
Okay.
Yeah,
professional.
Yes, sir. But no, man, we just really, as far as I go, really just getting more personal, like he said, really just showing my actual, what is it, character?
Your intimate side, if you will.
Yeah, my more personal opinions,
your
things like that.
Ideas.
Right. Wait, what? Hold on.
He said, right. People agree to something like, wait, hold on. Pause.
Wait a minute. No, just, usually I'm asking other people questions about themselves and stuff like that. So
it's a change of pace. I think it's much needed. People need to see every side of you. At least in this day and age, people see one linear perspective of us on Instagram and social media, not knowing we are multi-faced and have multi things going on in our lives. So y'all get a look at what we got going on behind the scenes. We got some dope interviews already lined up. Y'all better stay tuned because look, this Level Up, we already calendar dates into February 2025.
2025.
You hear me?
2029.
Yes, sir.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man. So first we want to just get into ourselves, how we leveled up,
For sure.
Our journey, really. And not really just so much more just our just growing up journey and things like that, but really our business journey.
For sure.
Pretty sure, I know I've been through a lot, and I know you've been through a lot.
Man.
So
yes. I mean, you want to start or you want me to start? You tell me.
Go ahead.
Okay, cool. So, back in 1785. No, for sure. But no, definitely in high school, cars always have definitely been my passion. Thing I've been doing for a long time. Coming out of high school, definitely was trying to do business. My first business actually was selling cookies, though. So people know I was a hustler in high school. I sold cookies $3-4.
Did you have the macadamia in it?
Man, I had chocolate chip pecans.
Did you have oat?
Only chocolate chip pecans. I mean, I had a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? Okay. People had the brown bag. People thought I was moving that dope, but I was moving that, cookies. It was cookies. I'm talking about I had like a trap house. Teachers coming to the room, knocking on the door, talking about, excuse me, I can just get a 3 for, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
you know what I mean? I'm saying cookies.
oh.
Man, look, I was in the bando.
Oh,
you hear me?
Okay.
So, you know, I think entrepreneurship, of course, I didn't know it then, but entrepreneurship has always been in my veins per se. Because I mean, I did that to buy my first car cash. So, you know, but I didn't even think about like, man, I'm going to do this and run and do this other business. So it wasn't like that at the time. But looking back, I was already in class for entrepreneurship. So, you know, for y'all people that's going through things or trying things out, do the lemonade stand. Try them cookies, you know what I'm saying? Don't show them, just, you know, give them their money back, but just take notes on how you can do it your own self.
Right.
For sure. But after that, you know, I put my car together. People ask me for ideas, man, what would you do to my car? You know, I was giving the game, like they say.
Yeah.
And after a while, I was like, wait a minute, hold up. I can charge per se for this. You know what I'm saying? So a couple of my friends, we got together, we created a business that ran for a little while, you know what I mean? Then that fizzled out and then got a new breath of life, next level. You know what I'm saying? So now we got next level and that's been running, going on almost our 8th year now. And we just, man, just expanded to something I never would even imagine. I just feel the love. We're in a family situation and the doors keep open. That's how I met you. So I'm going to pass the rock to you and you can talk about how it happened, you know, with me and you.
Right.
And go and before us too, of course.
Right. No, you know, I'm gonna build all the way up to it.
Yeah. Story time.
Build all the way up to it, man. So me, I kind of been more into the entrepreneur side too, just not really realizing it. When I was in Atlanta, me and my brother, we used to cut yards. We had to type we type our little sign up and print it out on a little white piece of paper. And then we'll walk around the neighborhood and put it on people's doors and stuff like that. We had little customers, man. We had one lawnmower, one weed.
That's live.
So, you know, I wasn't tall enough at the time to use weed. So, you know, I used to push the lawnmower, you know what I'm saying, then clean yards, stuff like that.
Yeah.
It went from that to getting my first job when I was 14, working at a sports bar, which is crazy because I was 14.
For sure.
But, you know.
Selling drinks?
Nah, I wasn't selling.
I
was pushing tables.
Okay.
But you know, I don't think I should have been in there. But
still.
Yeah. But even doing that, I mean, I was in high school. I was a freshman in high school when I started doing that because I wanted the money on my own. And my pops, he wanted me to do it a different way. He wanted me to, you know, rake the ball. I'm gonna get $10. I'm like, I need more than $10. I ain't gonna lie. We in high school.
For sure.
You know,
and not to cut your story off, let me ask you though, in that moment, do you think you realized that having a regular job was not cut for you or that was not your future? Not
at the time.
Okay.
Not at the time. Because even then, like even when I was doing the job, I was big on like selling and trading shoes and stuff like that.
Okay. So you still was hustling.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I was still hustling. So it was like, even though I was working that and getting my little checks there, I would go get 2 pair of shoes and then sell one, trade this one and get a better one and resell that one and stuff like that. Because that was big, you know, in my time in high school. So definitely just started doing that. And then, you know, I tried the college thing after that. Didn't really feel like it fit me because I just wasn't in the mood to be there anyway. And I just, you know, I feel like people that actually want to go to school and like school, they actually going to pay attention. You're going to get everything right. You know, it's going to be hard and you're going to have your trials and tribulations. But
for facts.
Me, I just wasn't willing to go through it, to be honest. So I'd rather just hustle. So, I'm still working the jobs, of course. But then, you know, transitioning to watching interviews and stuff like that and just thinking about what do I like to do? Like, what is something, I ain't in high school, I ain't trading shoes and stuff no more. So what is something that I can do?
Right.
So then really just started watching the interviews, started thinking about, you know, what questions would I be able to ask, you know, people in the city, or because I don't see this going on in Houston. You know, I see it in LA, I see it in, you know, Atlanta, stuff like that. Like the music hub is where I see it at.
Right, for sure.
So I was like, okay, I could probably bring something new to the city. So I'm finna just start it, talk to my girl about it. She agreed, talked to my managers about it when I was at my job. They was like, yeah, go for it. Like, just try it out. But, you know, got a camera from one of my homeboys. He was a photographer, but his camera had video. So I was like, man, I want to start doing interviews. Let me interview you. So he was my first interview. He brought a model with him.
Wow.
So I interviewed both of them. My first one, I put the little camera on the box. You know, I was into hustling. Like, as long as I got the visual and the sound, I was cool.
That's what's up.
Got that and just started going from there, man. And I just really, like, took off with it. Like, if you ask any of my homies and stuff, they used to be like, bro, like, it's crazy how you just Like literally got up and just started doing it. Like I was outside.
Nah, that's what's up.
Before it was popular. So yeah, man, I was just really trying to build my brand and get noticed and things like that, and building way all the way up to here when I met you.
And that's crazy. You see, and I'm gonna just jump in a little bit because I love your generation because even though we're not that big of an age gap, but still, like what y'all have that what we did not have when I was coming up is the ability to see somebody else doing that. Right. Like I came in the age where YouTube was just becoming the thing. You know what I'm saying? So by the time you was looking out, you can literally Google something and bam, you can see somebody else doing it and be motivated. In my era, you heard about it, but you never really saw it. You know what I mean? So that's why I think your era is so fortunate because y'all can literally say such and such is doing this. Go to the internet, type their name in, and boom, and you can really see what they're doing. Just I heard your cousin and such and such like all right, that sound good, but you don't see it. But now y'all can literally see results and see if I do this, I can really be that. So I commend your era because that's amazing.
Right, but I mean, we still got the hustle and the mind frame from your era.
No, for sure.
So because I feel like a lot of stuff really wouldn't be like that hadn't y'all basically went through the ground for us. Like y'all went through the groundwork, the hardest stuff. Yeah. Y'all didn't have the computers and the just anything. YouTube, Instagram.
Man, these iPhones
any of that stuff. iPhones, any of that stuff. Like y'all didn't have none of that. So
we did not.
Y'all paved the way for us to win at an easier rate. Even went down to the music, like we tell the artists, like y'all was passing the CDs and the tapes and stuff like that. We didn't really just do that.
Yeah. So that's a big thing. Even like down to business, in my era, we was out there passing out business cards, literally hand to hand with flyers, going to the clubs, putting flyers on people's cars. Even though people do that now, like you can just get some social media promo and do way more and target so many more areas in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Just without having to be necessarily boots on the ground per se. Right. So for that, like if you got the right funds, man, you can really go anywhere and beat anybody you want to.
Right.
So I'm jealous.
Don't be jealous.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
You're using it for your benefit right now.
Yeah, nah, shoot. 20 years ago, boy, look, I'm trying to tell you.
You probably would have been on another level.
Listen,
another level
I'm trying to tell you.
Then.
Man, listen.
Okay.
For sure.
Yeah. But not to get off subject or anything, but I feel like the path that I took, it kind of brought me to different people. Like it was levels to me.
For sure.
Like, I was meeting this person here, meeting this person there. And it just kind of, it was like literally like steps all the way up until here.
Right.
Even meeting you, I met you through someone.
Right.
Had I not met and had lunch with him and told him what I needed, I would have never met you.
And that's how it be. Like those things that have to happen in a situation for us to be where we at. You know what I mean? So I'm thankful for every person I met, every I guess we say bad situation I've been through, a downfall, a loss I've taken, because without those losses or situations, it would not allow me to be where I'm at and tell other people. Now, everybody don't listen to what I tell them, but it's just being able to tell somebody like, hey, I tried to not allow you to go down that road. So if you went that direction, that's your GPS fault. I told you to make a left and you went right.
Right.
I'm thankful for that.
We can definitely relate on that, man. Because I don't know how many people I done had conversations with and tried to build people and have them think differently. Like I done went down that road a lot of times. I kind of sometimes it probably would have held me back a little longer.
For sure.
Trying to build somebody and tell people this and stress out that they ain't listening to the advice that I'm trying to give them and stuff like that. Bro, it's like if you ain't got it, you ain't got it. That's just why I'm starting to learn that now.
For sure.
Yeah.
Today's episode is being brought to you by Shop Next Level Essentials. Shop Next Level Essentials contains products from beard balm to beard oil to hats, cups, next level gear, all right there ready for you. Again, shopnextlevelessentials.com.
Great word from our executive producer there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We needed that.
Yes, we did. And I needed that on my chin. Let me get the my melanin in
Now,
it.
see, I ain't got no beard.
That's all right. It's there. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming.
Give
Keep
it a
on
little
applying.
time.
Keep on applying. Pressure.
Yeah. Maybe the essential oils.
Okay, this oil
It'll help.
moisturize.
Yeah, and it's grown in Houston too. Yeah, grown and mixed in Houston.
With the humidities at that.
Yeah.
That's powerful. And that's going next level with the oils.
Definitely.
For sure.
Man, well, we happy. We happy. We definitely happy to be here, man. We happy to speak on some of the things that's going on in the world, man. Let's talk about it. Like,
Lordy.
Literally, I'm still not over this verdict situation with this guy.
Okay, for sure.
I don't even want to say his name.
Yeah. Him. Really high. Really high. Yeah, because, certain things I feel like if we were in position or happened to us or involved us, and I mean us as far as those of melanin skin texture, it wouldn't happen that way. I mean, the guy literally killed people and somehow the judge and the jury believed that he was innocent. I mean, it was on camera. There was footage of it. I don't know. To me, it was like a modern day, like, we see it. It's like the Rodney King situation. Because, Rodney King...
Not to cut you off.
No, for sure. Yeah.
But self-defense. Like, what is the definition of that? I don't even know what definition of that is.
When the judge said that we ain't even charging him for being underage with a weapon, that let me know, he really finna walk. Because this is the most obvious charge ever. You gotta think about it. He's 17 years old, 16, 17 years old at the time with an assault rifle. Like, that's the most obvious thing you can charge somebody with. Even if you said, okay, you know what, it was self-defense.
Right.
That means he literally still was not being charged for having a weapon that he was not supposed to have.
Literally.
You got to think about that. That's crazy. That's
we have to think about the whole process, though.
For sure.
We have to think about the fact that he traveled.
Yes.
It's a whole lot that goes into traveling.
Man, that's what I'm saying.
I don't know if he drove, flew,
bus, train, plane. He got there.
It's like he got there.
Yeah.
Across multiple state lines.
For sure.
Just to go out there and play, cops and robbers, literally.
For facts. Yeah,
and self-defense, like, come on, man. Like, I don't understand. Like, I understand. I don't understand.
Not at all.
Because it's like, it's a peaceful protest.
No, for sure. And he get the award for the worst crier of the year for me because I don't understand. I didn't cry better when I was about to get a whooping than him. That boy, I've never seen somebody with the worst fake tears in my life, and somehow it worked.
It was bad.
I don't know. But then you turn around and the Aubrey situation, where they did convict all three men of that. I think when that verdict came down with Rittenhouse, I know they were sitting there like, God dang, we going to jail. Because you ain't finna get 2-0. Somebody got to go.
Somebody.
You know what I'm saying? So in my mind, I definitely would have thought it would have been Rittenhouse over Aubrey. But surprisingly, and I say surprisingly, and we shouldn't, but it's on camera. We see what's going on, but yet and still, how many times have we seen in history where something happened on camera and they still find a way to say, oh, well, that didn't happen the way you saw that happen.
Right. So, and not even surprisingly, because there's also another case, and I can't think of the young lady's name right now, but she is like literally facing real time for really doing self-defense.
Yeah.
The guy was literally raping her.
Yeah.
She killed him. That's self-defense.
I mean, it should be.
If somebody's forcefully holding you down and,
that's kidnapping too.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's not self-defense to get them off you.
Hey, look.
So it's like, what's the definition of self-defense?
Depends on who's on the jury. You know what I mean? That's the way the world is set up now. You know what I mean? And it's just like, how could you not just feel like threatened, like even as any male, but I'm just specifically say a black male, me personally, and I love, everybody, but when a police officer is driving down the street, my heart jump naturally. Like I get that stutter. I ain't got no drugs. I never sold drugs. I ain't done nothing like that in my life. But if I see that officer, I'm instantly jumping because I feel like, dang, what did I might almost look like I could have done today? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Like I ain't done nothing. We do legitimate business, but that's just their fear because on TV, that's what you see. Right. You see people always getting railroaded for doing nothing.
Literally.
Yeah. So
literally, I started thinking about the car man. I'm started thinking of the Tent 2 dog. I'm starting to think if I
For
got
sure.
over too slow,
Man.
all type of stuff,
Yeah.
bro. Like I get to think about everything, bro. I get real,
Man, listen,
you know,
you lock up.
yeah, lock up real quick.
I'm talking about for the next 2-3 minutes, I don't hear or see nothing but that police officer.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
If he pull out, I'm looking at him. You know how many times I went to a gas station and didn't need gas?
Right.
I went to a corner store and didn't need nothing from the corner.
Right.
Like, because I did not want to even accidentally get pulled over.
Right.
Man, I would literally park a car, go catch an Uber, and go home and start later. Like, I'm not going to jail. And that's crazy that we live in a world that we pay people and we have fear of these people. You know what I mean? But that's the times we live in because we see these people abusing power in these positions. So how can we not naturally have fear of them? And it shouldn't be that way, but that's just the way it is.
Right. And I used to be the type to be like, you know, maybe, you know, they could have not got an attitude here or talked this way to them there and all that. It's like I used to be one of those people, but then you got to think it's like that's like it doesn't matter how you talk to them. I have personal experience. It doesn't matter.
Sure.
You could be the oh yes sir, no sir, you could do all of that and they still. What are you moving so much for? What do you know what I'm saying? It's like.
Man, look, see, I mean, you want to share some of those? I got some stories about that too. Like, I literally been in situations where I've been pulled over, like, and drug out the car. You know what I mean? Ain't got nothing going on, but they assume because of the car, they're going to find some drugs in the car or, you know, like whatever. I am a licensed carrier, but, you know, they fear that. Like, somebody literally told me, like, most officers are literally in fear of us. So that's why when they pull us over and they recognize who you are being a black male, they have that aggression. They feel like they got to be tough with us. I let them know, you ain't got to be tough with me. Window down, here's my ID, here's my license. I got insurance up to date, whatever. Like, you ain't got nothing to worry about. So, but the mentality is like, you know, shoot, I don't know what you're going to do. And I feel like I got to show my authority to you. Like, I got to be rough with you.
No, definitely. And I remember when I was maybe like 19, I had got my first actual car that I paid for. And it didn't have no tint on it, it didn't have nothing, but I had on like a wife beater. So I'm riding down like one of the, you know, Ella Boulevard, if you're used to
North Side, right?
Yeah, North Side.
Okay,
you know,
cool.
it's pretty.
Is it a highly drug populated area?
It's a highly everything.
Okay, so it's assumed.
So it's kind of, you know.
Not okay, but it's assumed.
Right. And I'm riding down that street, seatbelt on, everything. You know, I'm not really doing the most.
Right.
Pulled me over. I pull over. He was like, two of them. They come on each side, and they like, oh, we pulled you over because we didn't see your seatbelt on. And I'm looking around like, yeah, I'm not really no big dude. I'm pretty small. You know, I got the seatbelt on. I mean, it's right here in front of me. You know how some people put it behind them or under the arm. Or it's literally like, boom. I'm like, yeah, it's on. It's right, you know, it's right here.
Right.
You know, I got everything. Oh, okay. Have a nice day.
Yeah. They're looking for probable cause, and that's what it is. Like, they expect somebody to maybe slip up or do something to make me be okay to drag you out the car or run through your car. You know what I mean? Let me smell some weed or let me look like you got some residue in there. So that's the thing. Like, you know, if you hit them with their straight and narrow and they know it, I mean, I ain't gonna say, you know, situations, people that still had drugs planted on them. But for the most part, if they feel like you're not one of them ones, they gotta let you go because there's nothing that they can really make that stick to.
Right. And I want to bring up one fact too. I want to bring up the fact that we're talking about a lot of this global brokenness of the country, right? And this big debt and all this. But I know if you haven't seen, a lot of people have seen where they're talking about how the FBI has paid informants and things like that over $500 million.
Unbelievable.
And let them commit crime.
For sure.
Just to prove a point and catch who they want to catch.
For sure.
So it's like, are we in debt or are we spending money on things like that? And,
you gotta think about it though. Like, the criminal system funds the judicial system. You know what I mean? When they bust in drug dealers, you think all that money is just magically disappearing? They're not turning in or shredding the money. They use that same money to put it in the quote unquote fake drug dealers' hands and go buy more drugs.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you really put money back in the drug system.
Right.
And then you paying confidential informants to look like they got money and they go buy sections in the club. Man, it's people literally right now buying sections in the clubs. You think they some street people. They're some informants. So, hey, look, be careful. Be careful.
Stay clean out here.
I'm trying to tell you.
Stay clean out here.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, we really wanted to broadcast our personal, you know what I'm saying, opinions and characters and everything on this first episode to just really once again show who we are.
Right. We
how
people.
we took it to the next level.
And we vulnerable.
How we leveling up a lot more people that
for
come
sure.
through.
The doors of the church are open.
Yeah, so, you know, we need y'all to go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel. I will be dropping it on the OTR Views YouTube channel, by the way, but it will have its own section, own playlist, on everything. So make sure y'all subscribe to OTR Views on the playlist. Make sure y'all go ahead and put the notifications on everything because we're going to give y'all content every week.
Mm-hmm.
We don't play no game.
None.
And this will be audio.
For sure.
We'll be on Apple Music, Spotify.
All that.
You know.
Click and buy. Click and listen.
Literally. So, yeah, make sure y'all tune in, man. Make sure y'all follow us, too, on our official Instagram, Level Up Podcast 1.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Yeah.
And give your person, have your person so
Yeah. I'm at OTR_Nick.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Mine is BIGBEE713, represent H-Town, baby.
Yes, sir. You see how you can't be his set you.
No.
But yeah, man, we just getting started.
For sure. We just getting started. Yeah, for sure. We love y'all. Stay tuned to us. We got great things coming. Everybody's going to level up. Follow us, watch us.
Appreciate y'all for tuning in today.